Welcome to Ayers House for Death Comes to the End. Please welcome to the stage your host, Marshall Cowan.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome tonight to Death Comes at the End by Striptease. I'm Marshall. I'm going to be your host for tonight, and I'll also be the detective. And I'm hoping that you're all here with your brain switched on to help me out. I'm going to need it tonight. Tonight we are going to be witnessing an improvised murder mystery, which is going to be inspired by the popular board game Cluedo, which I'm sure many of you have all played through the years. Now, as we said with Cluedo, it's exactly the same tonight. Tonight we're going to be having a murder, and we're going to all have to work out who the murderer was, and also in which room the murder took place. And which weapon was used to commit the murder. Now, improvised murder mystery theatre. I'm sure you're all thinking, what does that actually mean? We don't really know, but generally it means that we don't have a plot. There's no script for tonight, and what we're going to be doing is taking suggestions from you guys, the audience, to influence our characters tonight, as well as a bit about the story, and then we're just going to see how it goes. And there will be a murder at the end. And we don't know who it is, except the murderer will. Now, and because it's improvised, what we want is, of course, some audience participation. This is a very interactive show, right? So I hope you've all got your brains ticking over. Yeah, a few drinks. That's hopefully warmed up the brain matter a little bit. Excellent. But before we get into that, I'll just make a quick service announcement in case you didn't know. There is the toilet out here, and it is the toilet. So we start a little bit late just to handle some cues, etc. And we will be having an intermission during which we can obviously use the bathroom and use the bar, as well as bring drinks back in as well later. So bear that in mind, because there is only one toilet. So lots of drinks during the show and one toilet can cause a few time constraint issues, but I think we'll be fine. So, what we want to do now is just to warm up your brain matter and get some suggestions. So, what I'd like everybody, in the loudest voices, to all yell out what your favourite colour is. Red! That was pretty good. It's a bit of a staggering, really very fast reaction from the front here. I think it's a delayed sound barrier, maybe. That was right. How about everyone just yell out your middle names? That was awesome. I couldn't hear one actual name, but that was beautiful in unison. And what about your favourite street sign? Great, stop, and that was it. Yeah, that was good. That made you think a little bit. So we're going to put you on your toes as well, okay? Alright, okay. Now folks, with that in mind, I think it's time that we got our players up on the stage. So we'll welcome all of our players up on the stage now. Wonderful. And now, so tonight, all of us, and we're all nondescript clothes, we'll be having a randomisation to work out which character of all of the Cluedo characters we'll be playing tonight. All of us will be having a character, we don't know who yet, except for Jared. Jared, you mind stepping forward just so that we can show you off to a lot what you head. We had to actually make this stage a little bit lower just because we didn't want Jared's giant head to be stuck in wonderful gas. Here. Jared is actually going to be our assistant tonight. He is going to be helping me as detective, so he's going to be helping with the board there, and also playing every other character in the known universe tonight. So congratulations and good luck with that, Jared.
Thank you, eh?
Yes. And so maybe we'll get each of the other players to step forward and introduce themselves, and at the same time I'd like them to ask for a suggestion from you, the audience, to help them something that can influence their character for tonight. So.
Hello, my name's Melissa. Could I please have an occupation that your grandparents would have done?
Rocket scientist.
Like it? Any more?
Policeman.
Teacher?
Farmer.
Bank manager? Father? And there's one up the back?
Policeman.
Nurse?
Publican.
Publican. Okay, I will go with nurse. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Noah. May I please get a number
5 and 100.
55.
7, thank you. You can't go higher than 10.
I'm Anne. Could I have a physical trait?
Twitch.
A twitch. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Elia. Can I please have a short saying?
She's a rip-off. There's the brakes.
What's that, sorry? There's the brakes. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Eden, and could you please give me a movie that you love? A movie that you love, please. Top Princess, right? Awesome. What's over here? Something up the back I heard?
Dancing.
Who's the best? What's one I heard over there?
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek. I'll go Wolf Creek.
Great, awesome. And actually, I'm going to give a suggestion this time. What I'd like is maybe an unusual hobby.
Tax work.
What was it called? Bro gaming. Bro gaming. I don't even know if it's that. Like a hair product or something? You know. No, sorry. Taxidermy? Oh, what's something else? I had taxidermy recently.
Fly catcher. Fly catcher.
Fly catcher?
Spider collecting.
Spider collecting. Spider collecting. I'm going to go spider collecting. Now, fantastic. Really good. Now, before the show, we had Kate. Kate, would you stand up for us?
Everyone give Kate a round of applause.
Kate helped us out and did a little bit of randomisation for us. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to ask, is it Susanna? Yeah, so Susanna, we're going to ask you to come up here and help our lovely assistant because he's not the lovely part. So if you could come over here with Jared.
Yes.
Now, if you could just randomly pick one of these envelopes, hand them out to each of our players, and one to me. Now, in these
What a
envelopes...
dress she's wearing.
Now, in these envelopes, folks, are the room card and the weapon card for each of our players. Okay, so we're not going to share that with everyone. You can stay here for 1 second. That's all right. Jared's going to look after you. These flames. And now, what we also have, Jared, if you show these lovely cards, are our character cards. So if you'd like to shuffle those up, and you can randomly give one of each of those to one of our players and one to me. And that will determine which character we're going to be playing tonight. And yes, that does mean we could be males, females, females as males, males as females, or animals, in fact. Still more. And one more round of cards, which is in this one, you'll see we are going to determine randomly who is going to be our victim, who is going to be the murderer, and who are the suspects. And that basically means we're not going to divulge that at all until the end. In fact, whoever has the murder card is not going to tell anyone else until the end. So we're not going to know until the end. Right, that's all.
That's
it. Thank you, Susanna. Excellent. Right. Now, with that in mind, I think I would like to first get a suggestion from the audience about our party tonight. We're having, obviously, as we said, about a wonderful dinner party or something like that. So what's the theme for our party tonight?
1920s.
1920s. Do we have, like, is there a particular occasion? 40th birthday?
Stock market.
Was that a stock market? Divorce. What was the stock market one? Stock market crashing party. I like that. That sounds really hard. I don't want to do that. Yeah, alright, we're going to go with the stock market crashing party.
30s.
In the 30s. Well, it was the 30s, like mid-30s. We're improvising. Alright. So, with that,
Should we meet our characters?
I think we should. And just in Cluedo fashion, what we will do is we'll get Miss Scarlett to please step forward, introduce herself, and remind us of the suggestion.
Hello, I'm Miss Scarlett. Them's the breaks.
There's your... And it would actually seem that tonight I'll be playing Colonel Mustard. Thank you very much there. Very good, sir. Right. I will be playing Colonel Mustard. Would we please, I would like to see Miss White, please, step forward.
I'm just a 7-year-old girl.
Sorry, Miss White.
Miss White. I'm not married. Yeah,
Miss White.
not all like that.
Oh, I see. Mr. Green, please step forward.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Green. Hello to you. Noise!
Oh. Hey, Mr. Green.
Noise! Noise! Noise!
Nice.
N-U-R-S-E, noise.
Excellent, right? So, who we have now? Miss Peacock.
Oh, hello, how are we? I'm Mrs. Peacock.
And of course, that would mean that last would be Professor Plum.
That's right. Name is Plum. Professor Plum.
Ha!
Keep going. I'm trying to remember how to read. And the suggestion was Wolf Creek. Glasses. I would love a second pair of glasses.
Right. Dashing.
Thank you.
So, as you know, we decided that we would have to get together for the stock market crashing and get together for our party. So we decided to kick off the night, and this is how the evening started, really.
My mom, she's always late, my mom is. Apparently there's this big thing going on, and here I am just in my little house just making fun with my little dolls.
Oh, hello, Jemima. Oh, good to see you in your beautiful little apron.
You like it, Mom?
Well, darling, I wish you would wear something red and glorious, but this will have to do, I guess. Stupid little thing. When are the guests arriving, Jemima?
I don't know. I'm just going to play with my dolls and...
The stock market crashed and all you can do is play with the dolls?
I don't know what starts up!
So loud, darling. Oh, it must be the door!
Scarlet.
Mr. Green. Oh, ravishing tie as usual.
As usual.
So how did your business go in the crash?
Oh, it crashed. It crashed badly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I've come here to crash.
Stay in my house?
Yeah, we gotta talk, Scarlet. And that brat, she's got big ears.
I know, I would have thought.
Anyway, show me my room. I got things to do. I got calls to make.
Right. Jemima, quietly,
She doesn't look like me, does she?
She doesn't know
I
you.
gotta get out of here.
Right, keep it quiet. She doesn't know you. Ding dong. Oh, it's you. Oh, hello, darling. I'm so sorry. Mwah, mwah. So sorry to hear about the crash. Oh, yes, you sold up right in good time, didn't you? Sitting pretty on $1 million. I mean, you should have wanted to bring the drinks instead of having it at my house again. Oh, darling, I know how much you don't want to be, to beg for things or anything. I didn't want to give you anything you didn't really, really, really want to. Oh, darling, so I've just come here to lend a hand to just have a look around. Yes, the best boasting about your good fortune, right? Oh, darling, I'd never boast about the 1.72 million in the Swiss account. Never! Oh, darling, I'm still the same old chaise longue, I suppose. Oh, I'd better get the door. Mr. Green's upstairs. I'd better get a drink.
Scarlet, honey, I wasn't sure if I should just barge through or ring the doorbell. There seems to be a lot of different things happening these days. What the hell is going on here? A party? And where was my invite? Not in the mail.
Well, did you make you interested in stocks?
I was interested in stocks once, and I had a damn hard case. Damn hard case that I couldn't help the damn police out of. I'm a genius, goddammit, Scarlet. A goddamn genius.
Okay,
Those same words just moved around a little bit.
Them's the breaks, darling. Them's the breaks.
Oh, yes, I was damn fine private dick. I used to, just walk into a room and go, aha, it was that guy over there. Or down there, or over there. Wherever the guy happened to be standing, I knew who it was. I don't have that anymore, not since that damn case up in the middle of Australia. It was so damn hot up there. And the bugs got into my brain, the sand got into my pants. But I know I wasn't invited here, Scarlet. Oh no, you wouldn't invite me, not to a stock party, no. But guess what, Scarlet?
What?
I got a feeling that someone at this party isn't who they say they
Oh,
are.
don't be silly.
Don't be silly! That's what they told me up in Australia, in the middle of Australia. That's what they told me about Jeffrey Dahmer. That's what they told me about Johnny Depp. Right. He's a criminal. He steals people's hearts.
Got one thing right, I suppose. What are you doing here anyway?
Sniffing out your guests, Scarlet. Who's here already? I can
Oh,
smell.
why don't you tell me?
I can smell a cock. Peacock's here, isn't she?
So you spotted the green feather. Did someone call me? Oh.
We meet again. Tell me, can we have a quick conversation over here, Scarlet, if you don't mind?
Very well. In the kitchen.
Are you mouthed at the door?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. The party started.
Yes. Strange man.
Colonel, I'm a good friend of your mother's. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you my dad?
No. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. Excellent. What? Is Scarlet's here, I assume?
Yes, I think. Well, last I saw, she was talking to some rugged man, and then she drifted away just like she always does, leaving me alone.
That's okay. I'll just go fix myself a drink and go find her.
Okay.
You see, the night had been going pretty well. We had all just arrived at the party, and gone fairly swimmingly. It was fairly relaxed. Stocks had fairly well crashed already, so we were just drinking pretty heavily by that stage. And then all of a sudden, there was this terrible scream! All of a sudden, by George, Professor Plum was dead, lying on the ground. Yes, he is the one with the purple bow you can't see. He's lying there. Definitely dead. By George, I tell you what. Me being ex-military police back in Africa, I've decided that I need to work out who was the murderer here, what has been going on. Colonel? Damn it. Damn it.
Reporting for detective duty.
Excellent, thank you very much. Gentlemen, now, I'm glad we've got everyone here as well. Excellent. Right. So, what we need to do to solve this crime tonight, we know that it's obviously Plum has been murdered.
Yes.
It's a damn shame. He was a genius, that man.
I know.
Genius.
Gifted with words.
No, that's very shame. Now, what we needed to do to work out who the murderer was is first we need to work out which room he was murdered in. Now, you'd think that would be fairly obvious if that was where the body was. It could be moved. So, really, what we need to do is I needed to work out what kind of criminal history each of these miscreants had, right?
How they knew the victim.
That's right. Exactly. I tell you what, Jack, go right on board tonight, huh?
Well, Colonel, you haven't been the same since you came back from your time in the military. Someone's got to look after you.
Yes, it's always. Damn. Nancy, amigos.
Get on
Okay,
with it.
thank you. Right, so, what we need to do is work out how these people know. Right, so, with that, we work out, during these investigations, these people who we're going to be investigating will not be able to resist. Thank you, Jared. Will not be able to resist, except in mentioning the name of the murder room of their car that they've received earlier from company. So, if you pay very close attention to the next few scenes, each person will mention the name of the room. These rooms will be the conservatory, which is over there, the kitchen, which is just over there, the ballroom, is over there, library, sure, libraries, the billiards room, and the lounge. Right. So each one will mention one of these. Now, my card, we know, was in my pocket. For safekeeping is the conservatory. So you can all cross off conservatory for Colonel Mustard, because I didn't do it. And so we know that's not the case. And so we'll pay attention these next few rounds, listening to the names of these rooms for each of the players, and by process of elimination we will be able to work out which room was Professor Plum's, because that's where he was murdered. Right. And so this is how the investigation continued.
Flashback to the Bronx, 20 years earlier. Hey, Dino,
Yeah. What is it, boss?
grab one and break it up. Hey, thanks for calling me boss.
Ah, you're right, boss.
I know we don't do nothing, do we? We ain't got no job.
Nah, we just stand here playing pool and stuff.
Freaking grease monkeys we are.
I know. We're lower class, Green. Lower
Hey,
class.
speak for yourself, Dino. I ain't lower class.
Really?
I may have been born in the slums, but I'm gonna get out, Dino.
You're gonna get out?
I'm gonna get out. Got me to thinking. It may be tired, but
Yeah.
yeah.
How you
I'm
getting-
thinking
how you
there's
getting-
gonna be another war, you know.
Another war?
Another war. We gotta invest in stuff, Dino. We gotta invest in medical equipment, Dino.
Medical equipment?
Medical equipment. Watch me.
Like what? Whoa, nice
No,
shot, Green. Nice shot.
Anesthetics, things what you wrap around when,
Bandages?
Hey, good idea.
Yeah.
Stethoscopes.
Stethoscopes?
Didn't all the boys that come back say, they ain't had no stethoscopes?
Yeah, they were. They were mad for their stethoscopes. They were going, I need somebody to listen to the pain in my heart.
Yes,
The
never
stethoscope.
get a doctor. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't have a stethoscope.
I know. It's brilliant, Green.
Where
Brilliant.
are you gonna get the money?
I heard of this professor.
What circles have you been moving in, Dino?
Well,
a professor.
I'm going to community college at night.
Hey,
I'm gonna...
you trying to know footsie on me or something, Dino?
Hey, I'm doing my certificate 1 in the first McDonald's in the world.
Hey,
I'm gonna be the first ever Big Mac supervisor. Little do people know that McDonald's actually started in about 1910 in the Bronx.
Oh, is that right? I never heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's that underground. It's hipster.
Okay, Dino,
I met this professor.
you get this professor, you get him down here,
Yeah.
give him a few bricks, grease him up,
Yeah,
and then
yeah. All right, Green. All right.
you're a good man, Dino.
I always love it when you sit with me.
Mm.
It's so nice to have
Yes, lovely.
people talk to me.
Wonderful.
My mom doesn't talk to me. It's just so nice for you to talk to me.
Hey, let's keep our hands to ourselves now. Look, kid, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. Hey! Look at these glasses! Aren't they fun? Don't break them, don't break them. They're my second pair.
Can I try them on?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Hey, when's your mom coming back?
Well, she told me just to wait here in the library with you, and she should come out in like another hour or so.
You know something? Your mom is a piece of work, kid. A piece of work!
Well, if she ever comes home, I would know, but all she ever does is go out and talk with people, and she brings strangers home all the time.
Strangers home.
Yeah.
I know Sherlock-style words floating in front of my face. mass of people all through the night. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, mostly, man.
Putting the pieces together. Words, faces, different things flashing through my mind. That woman is a whore! I'm sorry, kid. Sorry, I shouldn't say that word in front of someone of such a young, impressionable age.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, yes, of course. It just means, I'm happy with your mother. That's what it means.
Are you my dad?
No, kid. I'm not your dad. I only stooped to your mother's level.
6 years earlier. So this is Australia, in the middle of nowhere.
That's right, Scott.
You know, it's not yours.
I know, I'm sterile. damn proud of it as well. I don't want little bastards running around me. No, I'm a genius, don't you understand, Scott? I'm a genius. I understand, by the way, of gaining weight. I'm not just talking about the pregnancy.
Wait!
I find it difficult to talk to other people. I'm so brilliant, I've got so many ideas running through my head. Do you smell blood?
No. Alright, them's the breaks, Professor. You're getting a bit crazy now.
I'm sorry, Scarlet, but I've got scent of blood in my nostrils, and I can just tell that there's something happening 40 miles that way. Off this one singular road, in between Perth, roughly, and Northern, and Darwin.
I thought Australia was much nicer than this.
Oh,
Horrible place.
you're damn straight it is.
What are we doing here? I thought a road trip was going to be beautiful.
Scarlet? I was trying to do a dramatic thing. We're solving crime, Scarlet.
20 years earlier. So, what of us? I need you to get me into the society
Into the society.
of English society.
They're useless in there. They're idiots. They don't understand anything. I'm not going to dignify myself sneaking you into there.
But you must. Remember what your mother told you.
Oh, I can hear the voice in my head now. Oh, no, I can't. What's wrong with my head?
Look at the old lady, Mrs. Dickovich.
All right, bitch. I'll do it. But why? Tell me why. Tell me what the stakes are, damn it.
Well, you see, there is money in my family heritage,
Yes.
but I cannot get it out. I cannot use it. I cannot access it, except if I have someone else who is in the science world, who can develop as something that the government will want. And they will pay big money for. And that way, you can take the money, they can take it out, and I can have it in my estate in England. It makes perfect sense in my head.
What you're saying is that you want me to infiltrate the Order of the British Empire?
Duh.
To give them something brilliant, something well-designed, something so awesome that nothing could possibly match it. Yes?
Duh.
And that you're saying that once they have that thing, they'll be willing to give me some money that I would then pass on to you.
Yes, and I can match it with the ruble. You can be rich in Russia, but I cannot get the money out in other ways.
I understand.
But I want to go to England. I must. I must find my long-lost child who was wrenched from me, from birth.
I'll do it. And I know just the thing that the Order of the British Empire is looking for. A genius!
Oh. thing about you. Things about you. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. What did you say your name was?
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Scarlet O'Hara. Well, what can I say? I dabble with the stock market. I'm winning mostly. Got a beautiful mansion.
As God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again. Scarlet by name, scarlet by nature.
Well, okay! Please, please, and your name?
My name's, I don't like it, but it's Warren.
Warren?
Warren Green. But my mother was Italian. My father was Irish. But I feel Italian. So, Scarlet, what do you say we get out of here? Go upstairs. I got a room.
Okay then, lead the way.
Ba-ba-ba-boom!
So, Anastasia, we will be leaving. I need you to pack everything that I own.
Everything, Mother.
Yes, sir.
But of course, Mother.
Yes, sir.
What do you want me to pack?
Well, just my things. You are not coming. I do not have room for you on the chaise lounge in my luggage, so I'm sorry. So pack it. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Chaise lounge. She hasn't even taught me how to speak in a Russian accent properly yet.
Yes. Darren, come back
Oh,
out.
sorry.
Yes. I tell you what, boy. It's, things are falling off me.
Careful, Colonel. You're losing your lid.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm gonna
Can you lose any of it?
I tell you what, I need to just grab. I wish I had 8 legs. I could hold on to everything then. That would be much easier. Now, I tell you what. Through those scenes, he got us. That's right. Now, through those scenes, I think we had a fairly good idea of some of these rooms that some of our miscreants mentioned. Some of them are pretty tricky, I might add. In fact, there are a couple that we've even mentioned only in the passing from physical activities as well. I mean, you might have got that one, so you're paying attention. So, with that in mind, let's go through each of these, and Darren, if you wouldn't mind marking them up.
Of course.
Like, if you, the audience, please, the show of clapping, just to vote, and we'll go with whether which one have those clapping noises or most noise. So, lots of noise. So, which room did Miss Scarlet mention? Did she mention the conservatory? She mention the kitchen? The ballroom? The library? The billiard room? Or the lounge? Well, I think it was fairly obvious. We've got ballroom, one. We know I'm mastered in mimes for the conservatory, so we've got that. Mrs. White, did she mention the kitchen? Mention the ballroom? The library? The billiard room? Or the lounge? Again, it's very unanimous. Wonderful. Okay, how about Mr. Green? Mr. Green, did Mr. Green mention the kitchen? The ballroom, the library, the billiard room. Very good.
It's excellent mind work there.
Yes. And Mrs. Peacock. Did Mrs. Peacock mention the kitchen, the ballroom, the library, the billiard room, or the chaise lounge? Wow. Very, very well done. Right. Well, if that's the case, yes, I say we think it could be the kitchen. Right. So, with that, now we clearly need to work out, let's take a look at what we're going to have here. Criminal history. Definitely these fools walking around this day. They clearly have a bit of a nefarious background. They're shady all over, I say. I tell you what.
It's a Charlotte's web of lies.
Now, with that, these next few scenes, we're going to be listening for the murder weapon this time. So we've done the room, now we want the murder weapon. With that, we're going to have either the revolver, the knife, the candlestick, the rope, the lead pipe, or the wrench. Right? Now, my card was knife. Where's a candlestick?
It's alright, knives, candlesticks, they look very similar.
Yes, no, I will have the conservatory. I have the candlestick card. So we can put candlestick down for myself.
that wasn't the murder weapon. But clearly, I mean, well, one of these other ones were used. So, in these scenes, yes, we'll find out the criminal history of each of our players and try and work out during these scenes whether they'll drop a mention to one of these weapons either directly or physically or even just indirectly as well. So, let's get into these investigations as well.
Flashback to the war. The First World War. Nice. Why am I being padlocked into this bed?
You were resisting. We had to tie you up. You kept asking.
I gotta get out of this war.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta get out. I ain't gonna fight again. It's madness out there, Nice, I tell you. It's madness.
Corporal Green, we can't let you out. If we let you out, we have to let the other boys out. And if we let the other boys out, then there's no one left to fight the war.
But Nice, I got something bad. You gotta send me home.
What have you got, Green?
Syllabus.
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 And dyslexia.
It's crawling. It's crawling all over me, Nice.
Oh my goodness.
You don't want the other Nices to get infected, do you?
No. We better not. The last outbreak of syphilis we had here was terrible. Terrible.
So, unlock the padlocks, Nice.
All right, I'm
What's your name? What's your name, cutie?
Gloria.
Gloria, that's a nice name. That's a nice name for a nice girl. You.
Tell you what, when they cure syphilis, give me a call. I'm just going to use the padlock key that's on the extendable crane hand because I don't want to get anywhere near you. Oh, it's like a skill tester.
That's the way, Gloria. That's the way.
There it
Gloria,
is.
you're a good girl. You're a good girl.
That's it, Green.
Is it? Am I out?
You're out. You're free.
Gloria.
No. All right, I'm not desperate.
Full stop, Mark, got good. Come on, Jemima. Look pretty. Come on, you gotta stand calm.
Okay.
Anyone looking for a good time? Anybody?
This is when you want you'll love me, right?
Silence is best, Jemima.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, sir.
I couldn't help but hearing that you were offering a good time.
Oh, yes, good time for just $100.
Does she do polka dancing?
Do it for the gentleman.
Do your polka. Come on. I
Gently,
would.
gently. There's the brakes.
Careful, that's how street chandeliers get broken. That is the finest Ukrainian polka I've ever seen in my life.
Do we have a deal, good sir?
Will she dance for me for 2 hours? I want to see Ukrainian, Russian, and Venezuelan
All
polka.
of them.
Well, that's what I call a good time.
Very well, sir. Go on, go with the friendly man. I'll meet you back here in 2 hours. Go on.
It's all right, I'm a eunuch.
Love you. Bye.
Get out of my way, Jimmy. I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm not letting you go.
I'll hit you, Jimmy, if you don't let me get out of here.
You never hit me, Green.
Jimmy, I'm going back to the States.
Going back to the States.
Going back to the States.
Whoop!
It's a fine wrench.
So, like, oh my gosh, you're not gonna believe it. I was in my mommy's room the other day.
Yes.
And I opened up her cabinet and I saw all this money. All this money.
Money in your mother's cabinet?
Yeah, can you believe it, Jackie? I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna go with my real dad. I'm just gonna take it. You know what else I found?
What? What did you find? A handgun?
Gun.
But we're not supposed to have those.
But it's fun. It's okay. It's okay.
Put down the gun to my mind. My mom told me that they're bad things.
There's nothing wrong with
Thank God! Oh! You shot me!
this is fun.
Big weapon! You shot me again!
Damn it! Just because I went to the four orders anymore.
You must, for I want to be Mrs. Peacock.
Well, you know something? It's not going to happen. In fact, you're going to be the first person I turn in. I put all the pieces together. I can see it in my mind's eye. I can put it all together. Airtight case. You, fraud, and all the other legal things that I'm sure the crowd knows better than me. All of them put in. Ah.
I can use this good. I can use it really good.
I can see that. Oh, there's just at the edge of the roof right there. Why do we always have to meet in such dangerous locations? Hey, it's a clean, beautiful night out. You wouldn't want it to get bloody, I'm sure.
You just watch yourself. Keep doing what I tell you. I want to be Mrs. Peacock.
Fine. I'll keep your secret. For now. Fire escape
That was frankly the finest Venezuelan polka I've seen. Again, eunuch. Come on, let's get you back to your mother. Okay. All right. Scarlet Lady, she was brilliant.
Oh, beautiful. Darling.
At least you right, mommy?
Yes, of course, my dear. And
But
the money?
now, you can have the money, but I want you to sing for it.
Sing?
Yes.
I couldn't possibly. I've got lead pipes.
Oh, that's not what I've heard. I've heard the lady in red sings like a song.
The child will sing for you.
Excellent.
Sing for the gentleman.
I would like to hear the song of the Russian gypsies. Not kidding.
I feel pretty! So pretty! I feel pretty! Witty! And gay!
On second thoughts, if you can't sing, I'll pass.
The money, sir.
All
Go
right.
along to my mommy, Junior.
All right. You earned it, I suppose.
So you, got it? Did you invent it? Did you bring it? Is it here for me to have a look at?
What do you think I am? Some kind of idiot? Of course not. Of course I thought it. Of course it's here for you to look at.
I want to see it. I want to see how it operates.
I want
I want to
you.
see if it's any good.
I want you to ask for it. I want you to say, hey, Professor, hand it over.
You
And I want you to name it as well.
Professor Plum, did you bring the stethoscope, anesthetic, non-syphilis reacting biometer with inbuilt bandages attached machine? Did you bring it?
That's
I can
all.
smell war! There's war on the horizon.
There's war on the horizon for all people who are looking to profit from the war. You can smell war. I can smell crime. You're under arrest, Green.
Hey!
Right. We got it, boys.
Scarlet! Scarlet!
Oh, we'll get this Scarlet too if we need to. Now, move on, move on.
You're
Get out.
as a dick!
What? Oh, yes, it's some clearly There's clearly questionable characters there, gentlemen.
Very, almost extremely shady, yes.
Very shady indeed. We've got people coming from the Bronx looking to invest in shady deals, making deals with crazy professors who are really actually undercover police, secret service. We've got ex-Ukrainian, Russian people trying to infiltrate the British democracy, the British hierarchy.
And don't forget the stethoscope, which is syphilis,
That's
neutral, and has bandages
The
attached.
anti-syphilis biometer machine with built-in bandages, I think.
That needs an acronym.
No, I think that's pretty good.
Yes.
Yes, well, I tell you what. With all those, though, I think we've got a fair idea of what's happening. So let's turn to our fellow detectives and go through each of these. So, what about Miss Scarlet? Do we think that Miss Scarlet mentioned the revolver? She mentioned the knife, candlestick, rope, the lead pipe. Right. And Mrs. White. Did Mrs. White mention the revolver? The rope, lead pipe, or wrench, no, revolver, and Mr. Green. Did Mr. Green mention the revolver, the knife, the rope, the lead pipe, or the wrench? That was as obvious as it was going to come, I thought.
That one really hit me over the head.
Yes. Now, we've got Miss Peacock, who's our final suspect here. Now, Miss Peacock, did she mention the revolver, the knife, the lead pipe? No, the knife. Right. And
No.
that's all right. It's so hard to find.
It's my first day.
There we go. So we think that Professor Plum was murdered with the rope in the kitchen. Right. Now, with that, we're going to have a short intermission, which means we have a 10-minute break. We're going to have a bit of a refreshment. I'm going to stew over this a little bit more. You have some time to go out, refresh yourself on the bar, as well as use the facility. And there are some odds and things around, a few bushes, but there's some lunches. We probably don't really want to do that. But we'll call you back in about 10 minutes. Don't forget also the gallery upstairs is open with the loft exhibit. So if you would like to go on that, let's really go there. Please do. It's lovely, lovely. Yeah, lovely. Check it out anyway. Fantastic. So please, we'll call you back in about 10 minutes time. Thank you.